with winners from countries as diverse as Indonesia and the Ivory Coast, China and Denmark, New Zealand and Turkey, Mexico and Slovakia. The prize has indeed succeeded in its objective through translation of opening windows between cultures. An earlier Pegasus Prize winner, Seif Nootbaum of the Netherlands, made the point graphically when he said, "Dutch is a secret language. In this world, too many languages are secret, and secrets impede understanding and communication. The function of translation is to unlock the secrets of language, so all readers can hope to solve for themselves the real mystery of literature, the only secrets that matter, the secrets of the human heart." The novels that have won the Pegasus Prize have been widely disparate and have shared only the common thread of excellence. A God Strolling in the Cool of the Evening holds to that tradition. A work of great intellect and sophistication. A God Strolling is a tale of an innately good man being tested and found to be, ultimately, as we all are, human. Set in the Portugal of the 2nd century, it is also a story of emotional and physical conflict that could easily be transported to our own century. Rendered into English by the, as always, exemplary translation of Gregory Rabassa, Mario de Carvalho's A God Strolling in the Cool of the Evening is a work that in every respect lives up to and enhances the reputation of the Mobile Pegasus Prize for Literature. And for that, Mario, we congratulate and thank you.
Thank you, Les. Before I bring up our guest of honor this evening, I want to introduce, recognize a few other very special people to us this evening. I mentioned partnership before, and we realize at Mobile that it takes a lot of work from a lot of people, and we have a lot of valued partners in this process. And one particular group I'd like to recognize is our Mobile Pegasus Prize Committee. And this is a group of 5 people who give their time and give us guidance and advice and help us as we organize the various events and the launch of the prize. Les Philibaum, who just spoke, is a member of that committee. I'd also like to recognize 2 other members of the committee who are here this evening, Mr. Alan Shoes and Mr. William J. Smith. And now, without further delay, I know we're all eager to hear from our winner. So I will introduce you now to a gentleman I believe I can call friend now. I've spent an enjoyable week with he and his wife traveling around various parts of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our Pegasus Prize winner, Mr. Mario de Carvalho.
Ladies and gentlemen,
eu peço muita desculpa por não falar inglês,
I apologize for not speaking in English,
mas tenho receio de me poder ocorrer aquele grande drama que acontece de vez em quando aos escritores,
but I'm afraid that I might be impeached by that drama that sometimes happens with writers,
que é o de não encontrar a palavra exata.
which is not to find the right word.
Foram dirigidas muitas palavras amáveis.
Many kind words have been said about me tonight.
Os antigos diziam palavras aladas.
The ancient people said these were words with wings.
Exatamente como aquele cavalo mitológico
Like the mythological horse
que propicia este encontro entre determinado símbolo e a literatura.
that has made the encounter of a certain symbol, Pegasus, and literature
Em boa hora.
at the right time.
E já que estamos a falar de palavras aladas e de coisas que voam,
And since we are talking about winged words and things that fly,
eu lembro-me de uma velha história de
I remember an old story
presidente de país estrangeiro,
of a president from a foreign country
muitos anos atrás,
many years ago.
e não era presidente de língua inglesa,
And he was not an English-speaking president.
que ao sobrevoar Portugal dizia:
That when flying above Portugal said,
depois do piloto o ter informado que estavam a 8 km de altitude,
after the pilot had told him that they were at 8 kilometers in altitude,
eu sabia que Portugal era país pequeno,
I knew that Portugal was a small country,
eu não sabia que era tão alto.
but I didn't know it was that high.
Eu poderia acrescentar
I could add something,
que Portugal, além de ser país muito alto, como esse presidente dizia,
that is that Portugal not only is a very high country,
mas era também muito fundo e muito espesso.
but it's also very deep and very thick.
E nesta altura eu devo fazer-lhes uma confissão muito particular e espero que não comuniquem isto a ninguém.
And at this point, I have to confess something very intimate, and I hope you won't tell anybody.
É que eu não inventei a literatura portuguesa.
And that is that I did not invent Portuguese literature.
Eu acabo de vir da feira de Frankfurt, que decorreu 2 semanas atrás,
I just came from the book fair in Frankfurt, which took place 2 weeks ago,
onde estavam presentes cerca de 40 escritores portugueses.
where approximately 40 Portuguese writers were represented.
Penso que deviam estar o dobro ou o triplo.
I believe that there could be just 2 or 3 times as many Portuguese writers there.
E isto para dizer que me sinto muito honrado de me inserir numa corrente que vem muito de trás, que vem de há 700 anos, 800 anos, pelo menos.
And this was just to tell you that I am very happy to be following in a trend that started approximately 800 years ago.
E que e feliz por ter verificado que só agora há uma injustiça que começa a ser reparada.
And I'm very happy to see that only now there is a certain injustice that is being redressed.
Uma injustiça que tem 2 faces.
It's an injustice, some kind of injustice that has 2 sides to it.
O desconhecimento da literatura portuguesa é injusto para aqueles que não a conhecem, porque não têm o prazer de estar em contato com ela.
The lack of knowledge of Portuguese literature, it's an injustice because they do not have the pleasure of being in contact with it.
E é também injusto para os próprios autores portugueses que não têm sido reconhecidos.
And it is also unjust for Portuguese authors because they have not so far been recognized.
Felizmente que as coisas estão a mudar.
Fortunately, things are changing.
E este prémio
And
e
this
esta
prize,
eu considero, enfim, não tanto concedido à minha pessoa,
which I have received, I consider it not so much a prize that has been bestowed or awarded to me,
mas uma consagração da minha literatura.
but for my literature in general, the Portuguese literature.
E agradeço a vossa presença e a vossa atenção.
I thank you very much for your presence here and for the attention you have given to me.
E despeço-me com o meu, para já, com o meu boa noite.
And for the time being, I'll just say good night.
Thank you, Mario. Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude the formal presentation here this evening, 2 notes. Number 1, if you haven't signed the guest book, please do so. It's right out front on the big table as you go out the front door. Also, there are copies of the book out front and I believe out back here. Please make sure that you grab a copy of the book before you go. And in conclusion, if I could just say that after 20 years of sponsoring this prize, for those of us at Mobile, sponsoring this prize has become a part of our lives, and we hope that it has or will become a part of yours. Thank you very much, and good night.